started as strangers, coming together in the heart of Kentucky at the Beaumont Inn. It has become an annual pilgrimage for friends from around the world.
Welcome to Whiskey Weekend, everybody.
Community has always been at the center of everything the podcast represents. And while you may have come for the whiskey, you'll take with you family that will last forever. Friends, it's time. This is Whiskey Weekend.
Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I am Will. I am joined by my co-host over here, the Grease. Say hello, Grease.
I just realized I'm kind of in your like
you're all up in my business.
Like feeling.
No,
spot.
I don't feel by you.
Well, that's a first.
Yeah. Well, no, I feel when you start talking, not when you get close to me. So we are.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
It's not. Trust me.
It's not.
Yeah. So we're back. We were not live last week. I was traveling back from a little trip I went on, which we'll talk about tonight. And you were down at the beach. So we kind of were like two ships passing in the night.
Did you ever do that flex thing? Like that way to the beach and you flex your bicep?
It's like a middle schooler. Yeah.
Point like that way to the beach, baby.
Ladies. Yeah.
That way to the beach.
Yeah. That was a thing in middle school.
Hey, so first things first, I'm pouring a Stellan bourbon right now, Will.
Cool.
And we have two, and these, the Equinox #1 and the Fibonacci #1. We had Stephanie Bear on a couple weeks ago.
Right. Yeah.
And
two Mondays ago.
Yes. And we have two extra, what are these, 200 mils?
Samples. Yeah.
Yeah. 200 mil samples of that, these limited releases or whatever. And next week we're gonna do like a giveaway.
Yeah,
on the whole
which will
thing.
be fun.
Little typical super chat format.
Yeah,
I mean we're gonna give these to somebody to drive them to your house.
Of course, yeah.
Right.
All right. So, couple things I want to throw out there. First is that one, while we were away, we launched tickets to Whiskey Weekend Batch 5.
We did.
This will be in Franklin, Tennessee. If you watch the intro video, it kind of had a little bit of hype to it. It's called Homecoming Batch. So after 4 years in Kentucky, we are bringing Whiskey Weekend to Tennessee. We have a lot of cool lineups.
Yeah, what does homecoming mean? We live here.
Right. Yeah. So we're bringing it home. We're doing a lot of fun stuff. It's going to be a 2-tier ticket this year. So they're already available. They're for sale at whiskeytainment.com.
Yeah.
That's whiskey and then entertainment, like the end of entertainment.com. And it's an Eventbrite page. You can go ahead and buy tickets. There's 2 tiers. There is the VIP tier, which is kind of like Whiskey Weekend of old, where we are holding your hand and being your curated guide throughout the day, each day of Whiskey Weekend. And then there's the general admission ticket. And the entire point of this is to get as many people available and involved as possible. So general admission, you get the 3 hours of nighttime entertainment on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And you get access to cigar lounge. You get to hang out with people and you get to come together and have that kind of festival feel. And which is, you get, I'd say 80% of the Whiskey Weekend of old vibe, but it's at a lower ticket, lower barrier to entry to get you in the door. So that ticket is limited, but a lot higher cap than the VIP, which is only limited to 100. And we are halfway sold out of those. So if you're interested in VIP, get on it quickly, because that no doubt will sell out, and it is limited to 100 people. So whiskeytainment.com is the spot to do that. and we'll get into it a little bit later. But
and on the ticket page, too, we now have the hotel information is on there as far as who we're partnering with. We're still waiting on the designated link. That's kind of what we're stalled with right now. And so as soon as we get that link, we will send it to all current ticket holders, and then future ticket holders, that email will automatically be sent to you.
Zach Jones with a super chat. He put this earlier and wanted me to read it. I'm not going to read it verbatim for our audio listeners if you have kids in the car, but with the super chat, Zach Jones says, that Whiskey Weekend Batch 5 video gets me more excited than Grease at a family reunion. I'll let your imagination wander if you're listening to that, what he was referring to there. But what are you most excited about before we move on to talking about our trips?
About what?
About Whiskey Weekend. And then we'll come back to Whiskey Weekend a little bit later. But
you know, one of the things I'm looking forward to is picking a single barrel with our VIPs.
Yeah, we're not going to get into too much detail about
that.
But
there's going to be a lot of people.
We'll have a super cool experience picking a single barrel. We did a single barrel at Whiskey Weekend Batch 1. This will be the only the second time we've done a pick on Whiskey Weekend. So that is pretty cool.
Well, we've done them on Whiskey Weekend, but not for Whiskey Weekend.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm most excited about the unique experiences that we are going to be able to provide in Tennessee, because a lot of people are used to going to Kentucky and going to the distilleries there. Every year we've been able to provide something unique and special that you couldn't just get in Tennessee, but it is going to be a little bit different. I feel like this year by some of the local pool we have, some of the relationships we have here, that it's going to be unique for people, especially if you've never been to the area, but also just some of the things we couldn't have done because we didn't have the pull necessarily in Louisville with some of these.
I want a whiskey fountain this year.
You said that every year.
I'm going to partner with some distillery.
Zero chance it happens.
They have them on Amazon.
There is just got to get one of those fountains.
They have fondue fountains. I'm assuming that's
different. Also, I mean, I'm just saying,
you don't want to heat it.
There is zero chance that there is a liquor license that covers something like that.
No, we get the distillery to pour their stuff in it.
Right. I'm just saying, but someone
gets you a little dip.
That doesn't work. It's guaranteed that gets shut down if the ABC shows up. And that is Mondo fine. Big time.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Self-serve whiskey fountain.
How do you know this?
Because I understand how liquor laws work.
I'm not saying it's necessarily self-serve. It's like, all right, go ahead and get your communion cup, and then they do it. I'm like, all right, that's verified. And then they come like,
no, that's not. Nothing of what you just said makes sense.
Bartenders are essentially people that just verify that you're okay to drink.
No, they also have to. They have to pour it. They have to control the.
Well, they poured it into the fountain, is what I'm saying.
That does not count. Does not count.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so they got to do 2 pours.
Here's our buddy Brian says a few bucks. This is for a super chat. Says a few bucks so you don't have to be sponsored by that Costco water anymore. Grease has a bottle of Costco water in the. If you're not watching, if you're just listening, bottle of Costco water as though he's Nick Saban with like the Coca-Cola right after the game. You would be Nick Saban, dude. All right, so moving. We'll talk about Whiskey Weekend a little bit later.
Okay,
but you were down at the beach. And we both had some fishing experiences. I want to hear a little bit about what you did.
Yeah, my fishing experience was pretty standard. So in June is actually normal, like red snapper season in the Gulf.
Yeah, it's later in the year.
Yeah, and so then like the forestry people, or what are they called?
The forestry people.
Yeah,
the Florida Fish and Wildlife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the game people.
Yeah,
they go out there and they scuba dive. And they
continue. Sorry.
And they check to see if how many snapper are out there in the reefs.
Yeah.
And then they say, okay, we can open up October or not.
Yeah.
So
delayed harvest, I think they call it, right?
October Saturdays and Sundays.
Oh, okay.
On October, Saturdays and Sundays.
What's the limit on snapper and the
Always
delayed
2
harvest?
per person.
Okay.
Always 2 per person. And we hit a spot. God, it was like 35 miles out, I guess. And I mean, we slayed 8 snapper in about 30 minutes. I mean, monsters, dude. I'm not even
You want me to throw the picture up?
Oh, yeah. Throw a picture up.
Here we go.
So, yeah. So there it is right there. That's about, I think 30 inches, maybe.
Yeah,
something like that.
I'm a good guesser of inches.
Yeah.
That looks about 30.
I mean, dude, and the fillets that we got, I mean, the freaking long, like 1.5 foot fillets on it. It was like, these massive things. Just, it was awesome. But they are filleted. They are deboned.
Did you do the fish cleaning, or did
so they
did you pay someone at the dock?
They taught me how to do it because it's a very specific way in order.
You can mess up your meat real easy,
real bad. So and we also do the necks.
Oh yeah.
Dude, snapper necks or
fish neck in general is, especially on like big sea fish like that, are real good.
Yeah. And so you got to kind of go in between. Anyway, so I was on 2 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Is your audio on your computer coming through?
No, I think.
Is it the TV?
I thought it was the TV, but I think it was right
on
there.
The level?
The entire time, I thought it was your TV.
Check.
No, it's
good.
No,
it was yours. Okay,
that's on me.
I'll take that. I'll take one with you. I was talking about fishing.
Yeah.
The net. Oh, the nets.
Next. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I had been on 2 hours of sleep, and I know it's so good. And so I got back, helped clean the boat, got everything out of the boat, dumped some cooler water out. Like I did my fair share. And then I just laid down on these chairs.
Yeah.
And one of the guys was like, bro, you need to go to sleep. And I was like, yes, I do. So I got up and I went into bed. I didn't hear about anything else other than like, I filleted your fish for you.
Yeah.
For like the next 4 days. Real dumb.
That was by Paul? Was Paul saying that?
Oh yeah.
Or was it Bill?
No, Bill was the one like, dude, you need to go get some sleep. Bill had several comments that I cannot say on the show.
Well, that checks out. I bet Paul did as well.
Yeah, he was. So we're building a guest house there. I say we.
Yeah.
They.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of like for us.
Right, because they're tired of your greasy butt like passing out on the couch.
They kind of want the kids to be able to bring their dogs, and they don't want dogs in their house.
That makes sense.
Makes complete sense. So and it's got a pool and everything.
Yeah,
it's freaking great. So he's like the contractor on it. He's doing it self-contract.
Paul is.
Yeah, he used to be a contractor. So he's doing all that stuff, and he's in a foul mood.
Oh,
it's just bad. Let me tell you a quick whiskey story about Paul. Are we going to?
Of course, I do. No, keep going.
So
we're going to do you first. Then
I brought like 6 different bottles of whiskey.
Yeah.
And one night, Paul had just had it. He's over it. He's just pointing out things on his house that the crew that day did. And he was just like, they messed that up. They messed that. He was just so mad. So he goes into the kitchen, pours him a real good vodka tonic.
Yeah, he did.
Game day mix vodka tonic. And then he holds up the Blanton's Gold that I brought and goes, is this good? And I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. Pops it off, takes, I was drinking with it last night on Town Hall. Where's it at? The dadgum.
No idea.
What do they call that?
I don't know.
A
whiskey bottle? Whiskey glass?
No, it's like a cricket something or something.
A cricket something.
Well, it's the cone thing and then another cone thing and used to measure it.
Oh, a jigger.
Jigger.
Yeah,
See, I knew it was like a cricket or something.
Cricket.
Yeah, because jiggers. No, that's chiggers.
Yeah, those are the red bugs.
Wait, what are jiggers? That's a bait too.
No, just a jig.
Oh, that's a jig.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Wow. He got the 2 outside.
And
he just shot it.
Shot it from the measuring glass.
Yeah. And I was like, Okay. Like, I mean,
that's where we're at.
I mean, sometimes I take bigger pours,
but he was not having it, Grease.
No, he was not. He was in a bad mood.
Yeah.
But I don't blame him. Like, I'm not mad at him for it.
Sure.
He needed a bourbon. You
Right.
know what I mean? So anyway, that was a funny moment. I had plenty of natty lights with Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that was the big. Well, I will say this. I did on so I got there Friday night, like got in bed at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I was up at 5 a.m. to go fishing. It's 5:30. We're headed out of the canal. Sun starts coming up, and I pour myself like 2.5 ounces of the Oaken Thieves Full Proof that just came out.
It's delicious, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's great. And it's 125 proof, couple 2.5 ounces or whatever.
Yeah.
And Bill just came over and just like, I've just never seen anything like this. And I was like, and Bill's old.
Oh yeah.
He's Jersey built. Like he's been from he's from Jersey. I feel like Jersey people go hard.
He's just never seen someone 2 hours of sleep just pounding whiskey.
I think it was like, in fact, it was 5 a.m.
Got it. That checks out. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Except it was technically 5:30.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh," I was like, "You want some?" He's like, "Oh no. After 12 every time." Like,
yeah.
I'm not doing 12. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That was fun. I did drink Hogback, the Oaken Thieves pick
right?
on the beach. Yeah, I put it in the sand and everything. I took a good picture. It's just on my wife's phone, so I don't have it to show right now.
It's weird.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
Honey,
pictures.
am I allowed to take a picture of this?
Well, there's a bunch of pictures I can't show that are on my wife's phone.
I don't think we want to see those if they're on her phone. It means that you sent them.
Well,
all right. So
Apple can see them.
I went to Colorado with our buddy Ty Gallenbeck, who's he's watching from 8 Times Up Outdoors channel, which if everyone is on here, they should go follow. There's going to be some good video content, but they also have a really good Patreon. They say we're a sucky whiskey channel or a sucky YouTube channel with really good Patreon swag or something like that. Like that's kind of their fake tagline.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, dude. The little
they send
backpacks that we got.
Have like a tactical little backpack like that you can use for fishing if you're going to the gun range. I have a cooler that I take to my neighbors for game night literally every week. Just some really great swag that you can get from them.
I need to be a bigger member.
Go to their Patreon and support them there, but also follow their YouTube channel. Ty's right here. He says that means Will's was bigger if it was 30 inches, meaning your fish.
I need to verify how many inches it was, Ty.
So I want to start this story off because we went to Ty first said, all right, for poker night, bring.
Did you drop ace?
What do you mean? No. Did I fart?
Yeah.
No. That must be you with your Mexican food that you had.
Oh, I did have good Mexican.
Yeah.
Not good.
Mexican. So we went to Ty said bring small bills for poker, right? So I went to the bank and I was just like, man, I plan on having too many whiskeys and losing a lot of money. So I went to the bank and I was like, I need I need to get some small bills.
This is free week. This is free.
Yeah, this is before I went. And the guy's like, okay, what do you need? I'm like, I need like 30 and 1s. I said, while you're at it, just give me 60 and 20s too. So then he goes, it's taking a minute. I'm like, this isn't that hard. It's 31s and then 3 20s.
I mean, there's yard sales. Like, why is this weird?
No, but then finally he's like, okay, so just be clear, counting it out, you want 1,000 such, and I was like, whoa, no. I need $90 because I wanted $60 and 20. I go, I just need 3 20s. He was like, oh, he was gonna give me 60 $20 bills. And so backed that up. But then
I was impressed. I was like, dude, you got $1,000 in your checking?
Well, I wouldn't have. I don't think I could have hit it. But so I think that's why he was trying to do the math. Yeah, he's like, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah, paycheck to paycheck.
So he he comes over and then counts it all out. And then he like kind of motions his buddy comes over and he's like counting out the ones for me. And I'm leaving and I hear them.
Is he looking back at his buddy like,
yeah. And they totally thought I was going to like a bachelor party or something that night.
100%.
And I just let them believe it.
But I just don't understand why they don't think, oh, the weekend's coming up. Yard sales.
He just needs a bunch of ones.
Well, I mean, fall's kind of
I
like,
feel like most yard sales you can Venmo now.
it's yard sale season.
I think you Venmo at most yard sales.
The people that come to yard sales, Will, let me go ahead and tell you what they do not have.
Venmo.
They
So
do
it's not necessarily the seller, it's the buyers at the yard sales that need the
right.
ones. Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, yeah.
That's fair. I'll allow it. So fly in. It was like it was a journey out there because I flew from here to Denver and then had a 45-minute layover in Denver, like enough to go to my other gate and then fly to Montrose, Colorado, which is the western part of the state, Southwest. And
Did you take Southwest?
I did take Southwest.
Did you get them points? You spent
had them drink coupons. They sent out drink coupons again.
They did.
I have 6 of them.
I think I only have.
They sent them to me twice. Or no, I have 12 of them. They sent 8 to me and they sent 4 to my wife. So
that's stupid.
So I used a drink coupon on the way out there. The flight from Denver to Montrose was literally 20 minutes. It's just like they pop you over the Rockies and start landing. So the flight attendants didn't even get up, but landed there. Tiny little airport. They're doing a lot of construction on it, but like literally walked down a ladder.
Were you in a regional jet?
No, I was in a Southwest 737, but still walked down a ladder.
Yeah.
To get off onto the tarmac, like it would have been a regional jet.
Right.
Go out there.
Good old RJ.
There's a beautiful billboard for Thai in the terminal.
In the terminal. Yeah.
For Mind Blown by Ty Gallenbeck. So if you're ever out and Telluride, you should look that up as well. But then I go to the baggage claim, which is outside, and literally there's one thing and they're just throwing them as they come off the plane. So that was a unique experience. And then got my rental car and I'm in line and there's a long line for rental car. Like it was a Thursday, so a lot of people were coming in for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
The long weekend. It was Columbus Day, so some people I guess had that off. We don't. And
well, we took it off.
I hear people continually getting pitched by the guy, like, how many people you got? I'll make you a hell of a deal at the rental car counter. And they're like, no, I want my Tahoe. And so finally I get up there and I reserved like a full-size sedan, like just a normal car. And I get up there and the guy's like,
were you doing an electric bike?
He's like, hey man, you reserved a full-size sedan. I'll make you a hell of a deal if you go with this car I've got. It's ready to go right now. Your car will take 45 minutes to get ready. This one's ready to go right now. Entire weekend, $100. And I'm like, well, what's my rate that he goes, you'd be paying $325.63. And you go, I'll save $225. Yeah. What is it? It's a Chevy Spark. It is like the tiniest. It could fit in the Nook.
Wait,
it is the smallest.
That's not a hybrid, is it?
No, but it's okay. I literally drove
Spark
from the airport.
A stupid name.
It could fit in the Nook. It is the smallest thing ever. I said,
do you have pictures?
I have a picture of me and Nate in it.
Yes, that's what I want to see.
See that it's because Nate, our buddy Nate.
If you text it to me, we can throw it up on the screen.
Ty's assistant, I'll text it to you right now. The beautiful assistant in the magic show met me at the airport to ride with me. It's like, so it was me, my suitcase. It looks like
it does look like
the car.
It does look like the trunk is like literally on your neck.
Yeah, it was intense, but worth it because it's a funny story.
I really wish I could see. I wish I could see the outside of that though.
It was a small white vehicle, and we stopped and got this awesome greasy burger in downtown Montrose, and then drove over the mountain. We got stuck at a canyon for like an hour and a half where they're doing some construction, but it was hilarious being in that car. Then we get to the cabin, which is like 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours. It took 3.5 because of the construction, but got there immediately, cracked open a beer, and had some had a good time with Ty and the crew there. I'm waiting for Grease to get this uploaded. So show that picture.
There we are.
There we are in the Chevy Spark. Two grown men. I will tell you, it sailed down the mountain having one less person.
Yeah, that because that's not a door, right? Like it's a 4-seater, but like
those are doors in the back. There technically is a back seat with doors. I don't know of a human that could fit back there.
Okay.
Yeah. So we pull up. Everyone's got trucks with boats behind them, and people are like, "Who's in the clown car?" I'm like, "That'd be me," but it only cost me $100.
You have my drink.
And when I got back, Grease, to fill it up before the airport,
yeah,
guess how much money of going from the airport 2 hours over a mountain, 2 hours back over a mountain, where when you're going up the mountain, that thing is going trying so hard to make it up.
I'm going to say $45.
$18.
No, shice.
Yeah. Best deal on the planet.
Oh, the whole time cost you $18
in gas.
And that is current economy situation.
It was $3.85 at the pump. Yes.
Okay. So, all right.
So rent yourself a Spark if it's just you in a suitcase and a big, beautiful man.
So about 6 gallons of gas.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about that, you're not going that far. It just takes a while.
You're going up and down mountains.
I understand. I'm just saying it just takes longer. Like if you were in a helicopter,
that is cheap.
If you were in a helicopter, you would have been there in 20
That
minutes.
is cheap.
$18?
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, no, you're
for
trying 4 to make it like it's not
4
cheap.
hours of driving?
Yeah.
Did y'all try? Did y'all try to do any tricks with it with Nate? Because I know he likes to go.
I tried to do tricks,
rock climbing, or
like get there in that vehicle.
All right, so you did get there.
Yeah.
Night one, open arms. You walk up in there and y'all start drinking.
We start drinking. We drank pretty heavily that evening. We played cards. I lost a lot of my money of my single bills that first night. But we had a good time, and then we woke up. This was the best part, is that Jeremy is one of their good buddies that he doesn't like going out on the boat. And so he, like in the previous years, he's like, "Hey, I don't want to be out on the boat all day. I get too antsy. I'm just going to cast everywhere." Like he needs something to do. So he's like, "What if I just come?" He does like private chef gigs, really good cook. He's like, "What if everyone pays me and I just cook the whole time?"
Right.
So we'd wake up to go try to be up on the reservoir by like 7:30, and he'd hand you like 2 breakfast burritos that are already ready, hot, ready to go. Had breakfast sandwiches, just incredible. And then we'd go fish up on the reservoir for hours, come back around 1:32. He'd have lunch ready. We'd play cornhole, go fish the river, do whatever, have dinner, and then play poker and drink whiskey all night. So
you know what happened at mine?
Super fun time.
You know what happened at mine?
What?
Paul just goes, "Go in there and make us some peanut butter sandwiches."
Yeah, it checks out. Hey, did you watch the video of me catching the shark?
Yes, it was
really funny.
You were reeling up as you were like you just go up and then you reel down. Will, you don't know how to catch a shark. You don't reel up.
I landed that thing.
Well, you can do that with minnows.
It wasn't a minnow. It was a larger fish on the boat than you did.
I'm trying to verify that
with the boat.
No, I'm trying to verify how big the fish is.
That one wasn't 30 inches, but it was bigger than the shark that didn't make it onto the boat.
That's not true. I have video of that.
The shark didn't get on the boat.
It's
my favorite.
On what planet would you pull an 8-foot bull shark out of the water?
You gotta land it. If you want to say you caught it. I hooked a shark.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I destroyed that thing. It was exhausted.
No,
I was
pretty sure I destroyed you.
Oh, no, I was done for the day. You know how like when you feel like your blood sugar's low?
Yeah.
That's how my body felt, but it was just pure exhaustion. It was just because I was fighting that thing, and I mean, you got a bunch of guys watching and you're like, man, I ain't bowing down to this thing.
Yeah. We drank a lot of good whiskey. So I was there. I fished Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I came in on Thursday night and they left Monday morning. But so it fished a ton, like all day, every day. And then we had a lot of good whiskey time too. So like Ty brought Nate brought Magic Gallon Batch. Ty brought a shark repellent, which we would drink on the boat, which was great. We got up. Our first beer on Friday morning was at 8:30 on the boat. And then we killed like a half a bottle of Heaven Hill that day on the boat. What else happened? Oh, I brought George T. Stagg from 2017.
Yep.
We opened it on Friday night, drank a good amount of it, and then put it away like the bottom third. So there was 5 of us that stayed Sunday night, and that we finished it on Sunday night. So we did a bottle kill like photo shoot. And since we were playing poker, we did the dead man's hand, the aces and eights. And that's a George T. Stagg. We drank the whole thing that weekend. And the 5 of us that were left.
Was that a real hand that you had?
No. We just staged it because we were had been drinking. We're like, let's make it look pretty.
Let's make it go.
And so
let's put those chips just right.
So
ain't no denominations on them things.
Well, that's right. We just that way you can
I need
say
help.
what they are. The 5s were $5. The red
Greens
were
were 25.
50 cents. The blue were $1, and the whites were $0.25. But we did kill it. And the 5 of us, we wrote like a phrase from the weekend or something and signed it. I did a lot of drunken Winnie the Pooh voices over the weekend, and people were just losing it.
I would have lost it too.
So there's that. That was fun. But another cool thing, and drain your whiskey.
And drain the Stellum.
So this is a really cool thing.
These are so good.
That
Stellum.
that they do every year. And I think Ty can correct me. He's watching. And also he just did a super chat that we need to acknowledge. He said 100% Will's catch is bigger than the shark Grease caught. And that would even be the small.
There was another one.
Yeah, that was Tommy D that said, you came to Colorado and didn't come see me. I feel hurt. Nope, not really. If I were like had a longer layover in Denver, there was a bunch of people I would have tried to rally.
Dude, he was part of that old elk pick with the junkies.
Okay. He said no, not really.
He was fine.
He said
you're
no,
fine, Tommy.
So
I hung out with him last night.
But there's
Still
something
looks great.
And I think they've done this 6 years in a row, and they do something called the Dam Whiskey, because we're at the
dam.
Taylor Dam at the Taylor Reservoir.
The Noun Dam.
Right, DAM. And they fill a barrel. Everyone brings whiskey, and they fill a barrel with it and let it age near the dam. It's like a kind of a humid climate because there's a lot of water, even though Colorado's more dry. It says kept in an undisclosed Colorado location. So,
what if somebody finds it?
Well, they're not going to. Because it's kept safe.
They have a secret spot?
It's kept safe.
Oh, okay.
So that's what the barrel looks like. I believe this is their 3rd barrel, if I'm not incorrect. And everyone got to take home some, and this is a cool flask. It says Taylor Reservoir 2022, Tight Lines Cool Cans, and 8 Times Up, which is the YouTube channel and Patreon. Everyone should go support and follow. But this is some of the damn whiskey from last year. And then this year we refilled it. I took everything had to be over 100 proof because the first couple years did some lower. They did a lot of like Weller Special Reserve and stuff. So like 90 proof stuff. And they said it lost a lot of proof. So,
okay. So
they said everything's got to be over 100, but you're going to get to drink some of last year's damn whiskey. Next year I took Belmead Reserve because I wanted to bring something kind of Tennessee to the table. But we refilled it. And so everyone got to take some of this home. And so this is last year's. It's fun. It's kind of an infinity aging project, but I actually think it turned out pretty good. So it's kind of a special little keepsake from the weekend.
I'll be the judge of that.
You will be, I'm sure.
That man is champion. Oh, butter.
Yeah.
Scotch nose.
Yeah, the nose is great, actually. It's really sweet and creamy. I think they said there was a lot of Old Granddad 114 in it.
Cookies.
So that butterscotch would make sense.
Yeah, dude. That's
I mean, for a putting in a smaller barrel, aging up a year, kind of an infinity blend. The nose is fantastic, and it drinks pretty well too.
Yeah, I haven't drank it yet. I don't know if I will drink it. If it's bad, I'll just smell it.
It tastes.
I'll
good.
vape it or something.
It tastes good.
You know
It doesn't. It's not the best, most life-changing whiskey you've ever had, but it's a solid little sipper. Cool little project.
Feels like Heaven Hill. Bottled and Bond to me.
There's, I think there's some Heaven Hill in it for sure, and there's definitely a lot of Old Grandad 114. So those were kind of like the two that there was a significant amount of base to.
Yeah, I'm getting those corny kind of nutty notes, but not full Jim Beam.
Yeah,
feels a little younger.
Yeah,
but the nose is. Here's the deal: like this is not a whiskey that's going to change your life. However, the entire weekend did.
I would 100% say it was top 5 weekends of my life.
100%.
Yep.
That's why I was so stoked for you to go.
One of the most. Cell phones did not work. And when you were on the reservoir, like up on the lake, you'd get some service from time to time. I did an over under every morning from all our like text groups. How many texts from the previous day I'd have?
Oh,
first morning was 89.
Is that Clint Sample? It was all Clint. Right?
No,
dude, he's a texter.
There's a lot of you freaking out, but
I was freaking out. I was freaking out.
I kept saying I'm not going to have service, bud. I had more text from you than from my wife.
From your life?
From my wife.
Oh, wife. I thought you said from my life.
No,
I was like, that's a lot.
It was but it was great because you could get away. It was beautiful. It was right on the river. And some of the coolest guys like that you'll ever get to hang out with. They almost all of them have known each other a very long time because they're all from the area.
This is great, dude.
But that I will say, I don't think I've ever walked into something that it was like a group of people that have done this multiple times and just completely welcomed.
Yeah.
Like just had a great time.
Oh yeah.
Really cool people.
A lot of characters out there.
I mean, that's kind of a hard thing also to like, just someone they've never met, just saying like, yeah, come on in, man. You're a part of the group.
Yeah.
So,
those,
cool.
those like cruise rooms and stuff.
Cruise rooms.
Yeah. Well, rooms on a cruise boat.
Yeah.
You know how some people are like, hey, I'm going solo. I'm a, single male 50.
I'm not in the same Facebook groups as you, bud.
Yeah. It's like, hey, looking for
single male 50 looking for a cruise partner. Never once has that popped up in my feed.
Well, it exists.
I believe it does.
It does exist.
I also believe that you would be in the places that would have that served to you, but I do not ever get served.
Well, I mean,
that kind of post.
Look, when you Google how do I get on the boat for the least amount of money?
Yeah. you're putting a bullseye on your back.
Yeah, stuff like that just pops up.
That's fair.
If you go and post in those groups on Facebook and you're just like, hey guys, I need to go on a cruise so bad. Who's going? I want to go with y'all.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, I'll buy your way. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. That's just, now I do change my profile picture and I get a little bit like, sappy, like innocent, like, oh man, like that guy really needs a bone thrown his way.
That's 100% what those people are looking to throw your way. Yeah. That's it.
Oh man.
They're looking for that.
You can't script that better.
No.
You couldn't have scripted.
That's what they're looking to throw your way, bud.
Scripted that better.
Yeah.
I don't even know what my point was. I was gonna.
I was
saying no. There's a bunch of characters where you were, and I'm pretty sure that's how everybody came together.
Yeah, sure.
You put on want ads out there.
No, I think they've just known each other a long time.
I've told you about Brenda at Waffle House.
Do you want to do do you want to play a little game called Who's is Bigger between Will and Grease? So I want everyone to vote in the chat. 1 is Grease, 2 is Will.
See, our chat, they're a bunch of assholes, Will.
Oh no, they're pretty nice fellas.
No, they're not. It's just
anti-Grease talk. No, not normally.
That's what it is.
All right, so we've got 1 is Grease, 2 is Will. I want to y'all start voting. So this is Grease, with Paul, and then
so we imitated.
This is Will. That's a Laker. So that's
I mean,
2.
just look at your hand. compared to my hand.
Pow.
Like, look at that thing.
Yours is has more girth to it, but I think it's stubbier. 2.
I mean,
1
looks really close.
or 2. 1
I do appreciate that you and I aren't holding the fish
or 2.
way out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I do.
Rob
I like
Nichols is disqualified.
Dude, I like that beanie.
I know. That's a podcast beanie I was repping.
Yeah, dude.
And we're talking about length, folks.
Those are
not
dope.
girth.
Those are dope, by the way.
Michelle Fusco for the win. Will's is longer, Grease's is thicker.
Nobody's ever said that. Nobody's ever told me that. So
she's not wrong. And if you're listening, go back and watch it. YouTube.com/the podcast at around 40 minutes and 30 seconds in. So you know specifically we're talking about fish. Yeah. So
are you gonna clip that for a reel or something?
who's to say?
Okay, you're just
Oh man.
just gonna hashtag that.
Yeah. So but it was fun.
You had a blast.
It literally was one of the best weekends ever. So top notch.
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of dudes,
Great food,
a chef,
unbelievable cooking.
Bottle
Jeremy Slade
going from fresh crack to bottle kill of George C. Stagg 2017.
Oh yeah.
Catching a bunch of great fish, hanging out with really great people. Okay.
Another really cool
awesome.
thing. Ty brought
sounds like Whiskey Weekend, but with fish
on Sunday night. It did kind of have that feel to
have that vibe.
Super vibe. Sunday night, Ty brought out a Old Scout rye, 11-year-old rye that he cracked with Chuck for the first time.
Oh,
I cracked it with Chuck.
That wasn't the one that
magic show.
Oh, that wasn't the one that came to Beaumont.
No, that was someone else's. I think that was the 12-year. Okay. And that's where he sought out this 11-year after having
That's right. He had that and was like, oh my gosh, I got to have it. Okay.
So he got this 11-year and he cracked it with Chuck after a show that Chuck went and saw Ty's Magic. They shared a pour of it. Chuck signed it and put the date. And he poured it for me and I got to look at the bottle and I'm looking around the bottle and it's all these names we know. Clint Sample, Natalie and Jason. I think Michelle's on there, Michelle Fusco, all these different dates of different times they got to drink this bottle. And it was all these people I knew and I got to sign it and put my name on it. It was just like a really cool feeling. I'm like, okay, even here, no cell phone service, fishing with Ty. The only reason I'm out here is because of the podcast, because we started this show and we made friends with Ty through it. And then all these names I'm familiar with that I'm drinking from the same bottle that they had over the course of a couple years. And by the way, that 11-year-old Scout Rye was phenomenal.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
But that was a really cool experience too. Got to sign that and put the date on it. And
was it candy?
Yeah.
It was just
Oh, and a lot of oak. Really oaky.
Oh.
Which a lot of times, even with rye, you don't get that much of the oak. It was just had a good oak feel to it. So
okay.
Really exciting. Really exciting.
I would love to have that time. I'd love to write my name on it.
No, you'll never get to.
Well, I'm going to look and see if I can get a Southwest flight for like $59 one way. Heck, they're throwing them out there all the time. Not like that now.
It is a little bit more expensive to get over where he lives. Like from here to Denver.
Not if I can get that $100 car.
No, I'm just saying the flights. From here to Denver, you can get cheap flights. Yeah. But because you have this one flight a day back and forth, it's a pretty expensive Southwest leg. So the Denver to Montrose.
Why couldn't you just drive your $100 car?
Because it would be about 8 hours. You have to go over the Rockies, and it's far. It's like driving from like East Tennessee to West Tennessee. It's on opposite ends of the state.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Why would you not just get a car in an adjacent state that's closer to that end of the state?
The closest place would be probably Salt Lake City,
right?
Jason and Natalie, but it's about 5 or 6 hours from there.
Well, that sounds less
by 2 hours, but still far.
Well, that's 4 hours round trip.
You're correct.
That's a lot.
But that's still a haul. That's still not you're not flying right into where.
Well, how much are we talking about that regional jet hop?
It wasn't a regional jet.
Well, it's a regional flight path.
I mean, I think if you're going all the way to Montrose, it's like $400 each way.
each way.
See, I told you it's expensive. But I used points. I had points, so my flight was covered.
That is so expensive.
Yeah, no, it's not
for a
cheap
45-minute flight.
No, that's like
making
the entire
$100.
leg. That's like the entire leg if you're going from Nashville to Montrose. But it's like it didn't break it down for me. But I could see here to Denver was pretty cheap. And then when I did the full flight from here to Montrose, it was
okay. So it wasn't like cheap flight to Denver, then $400 add-on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
So this is Ty is giving us love tonight, but he says, "Amen. You all have created a super special community. Love you, Will. Always come back. Grease, we can talk during ski season. There's 3 times the flights a day.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
now we're cooking with fire. No, but
now we're cooking with fire. We're cooking with gas is the phrase.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And then Mike Ives says, glad you guys got a chance to get away and get some chill time. It's an amazing time of year in Colorado, but that Highway 50 canyon construction is a pain. Yeah. I
met Mike last night
on Town Hall.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the one who joined.
His son's in the Air Force, and
cool.
he just got back from deployment,
nice.
and he was pouring a special pour. We need to cheers that.
But yeah, so the Highway 50 Canyon, that's where we were stuck for about an hour and a half going, and so I was so nervous. I left super early on Monday because I was afraid I was going to get stuck for a long time. Fortunately, it was only like 20 minutes coming back. But
okay, cheers to Mike's son off of deployment.
Cheers for sure.
Fibonacci or whatever's really great.
I'm still had a little bit left of that damn whiskey. But it's good.
Yeah, dude, I love that whiskey.
Yeah.
The damn whiskey.
Yeah.
Man, I'm salivating like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well be praying mantis. Don't they spit?
No.
I thought they spit at you.
Praying mantis?
Yeah.
No, I think they just eat their lover. The woman, after she eats her lover.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Damn whiskey. Was there something else we were gonna? Oh, we got to talk about Oaken Thieves.
We got to talk about Oaken Thieves and Whiskey Weekend to round out the show again.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna round it.
Oaken Thieves.
Okay.
We've got some inventory that we need to move through. So if you are an Oaken Thieves member, November is on the house as far as the club dues. So go buy a bottle.
That's the short version. We're pausing the membership. So right now we added a $5 tier.
Well, I was getting to that.
So people can come in.
Yeah, I was getting to that.
But if they sign up right now,
I had to order you to do it.
I know. But if they sign up right now, you're in that tier. And then in November, we are not charging.
Messed up where I was going with it. That's normal.
Well,
I had a layout.
In November, we are pausing.
I already said that part.
So you can use that money to go buy bottles.
I said that too.
You said it real quick, and
I wasn't done, and you hopped in and went to the wrong.
You were done for sure.
Definitely not.
You bled straight through that.
No, I was not done because I was getting to the second part. That we've added a new tier. We've also renamed the tiers to make it easier.
Oh, we so did. Easter egg, Oaken Thieves people. If you're watching, go to the Patreon right now.
Now there is the platinum, gold, silver, and bronze levels, and then we've added wood. And the wood level is $5. You don't get the meeting of the thieves or any of the other accoutrement, but you do get access to the barrel picks. So you can go sign up right now. It's still October. So if you sign up, it will. I'm not done talking. You hold your horses for a second. If you sign up right now, you're paying dues for October, but you get access to those barrels that are available right away.
Yeah.
But
so for $2.50 essentially for the next 2 months, hop in there and grab some good barrels.
And then November is on the house, so you won't be charged again in November until we see where that goes.
I mean, we might give a Christmas present too.
We'll see, but go check that out. We have quite a few bottles available from several different barrels that are really good. People are loving it, the whiskey they've had. So if you want an opportunity to get in, low barrier to entry for the club, $5, and you get access to the bottles. If you don't want all the other hangout, the meeting of the thieves and stuff like that. So
a couple of we just got a 1792 full proof. There's less of those, but there's still some
available. We have the hogback, which is Colorado.
The hogback is money on the beach. I mean, I was excited about that. The full proof to me is incredible.
It's really
sipper.
Good. You know,
but I took a bigger gulp of that, and you know how like when you like cry, but you don't want people to know you cry.
Yeah,
it was like that situation. It was like kind of one of those things.
I can be hit or miss on 1792 full proof. Sometimes I'm just like, this is not my jam.
Yeah, no, this is like butter.
This
leather.
one is delicious. It is straight good. You can get that. You can
Finishes
get
long
hogback. That we have 2 currently available from Starlight.
Yeah.
One double oaked rye, one double oaked bourbon. Both are delicious. Chris Propoki.
We got a couple of Nulus.
Another Colorado boy said he got his full proof and his hogbacks today. Can't wait to hear your thoughts on the hogback, buddy.
I am excited about.
He introduced us to hogback.
So Chris legit sent it to us. We had never heard of it. It was the regular offering though. Then we were at Whiskey Weekend Batch 4. Chris shows up, gives it to James. James blinds me, and I'm thinking it's like a Four Roses, 10, 12-year-old single barrel.
Right.
And he's like, this thing's that one was specifically 2 years old. Well, I can't remember.
I think it was 4.
Yeah, I think it was 4. I think it was like, no, that's 4 years old.
Why do you have glasses on? It's really distracting.
Well,
also because it was like the glare of the screen was really big.
Sure was.
Yeah, there was a big white.
There's a huge glare on it. I saw it. Yeah. I was actually trying to play around with it. So yeah, they got the hogback. So something cool is, well, I don't know. Is there any Red X left? I didn't see any Red X.
There may be just a couple left, but I have to check.
Yeah, Red X was the first time ever released outside of the gift shop. That was super cool. We have got a Rye 3 toasted coming out. It's the first one that will be available, outside of one state, essentially. Mm-hmm. Like it hasn't really gotten, national whatever. But with our retailers, we can do that. And then Leapers. We've got a barrel coming up of Leapers Fork Bourbon cask strength. It is the first cask strength bourbon single barrel to go outside of the gift shop. We get the first one that's available.
Yeah.
Don from Fairview Liquors and Fine Wines. We went in together on this barrel.
I will say, so that is the first bourbon, right, to go outside their gift shop.
Yes.
However, I did have
cask strength single barrel.
I'm saying I did have at Harpeth Hotel on Friday. This is the first one going to retail. They did one for Harpeth Hotel at their bar.
Oh, okay.
For the bar.
It might have been
an
asterisk.
Me, Cam, and Bearded Dram killed the bottle. So,
yeah,
that was fun. But
it's an expensive bottle. What were those pours?
We killed the bottle. There was only like 1 pour left in it each. So it wasn't.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like y'all had like
we didn't have like 6
4 pours each.
Right. We
okay.
That was like, oh, let's finish that off. So.
I got you. Yeah. I'm rolling with you.
Yeah.
No, that Leapers pick that we did is just, it's dumb.
Lights out.
It was a mile ahead of all the others. Adam Shelton and Preston Adcock were on the pick with us.
Yep.
They're Oaken Thieves guys. And we kind of tossed it out there like, hey, anybody want to come?
So
yeah,
if you want to join $5 level, you can get a lot of these picks.
Oh, we got a Starlight VDN coming too.
Yeah.
That was going to be a special release in the gift shop.
Yeah.
That they were aging up longer than other stuff that they were releasing. Mm-hmm. And then the owner came over and we were chit-chatting or whatever, and he's like, man, let me pour you something. And everybody was like, can we have this? And he's like, the barrel guy was like, no, sorry guys, like we're ages. And then he looked over and was like, oh no, let him have it.
Yeah.
We were like, So
Yeah.
anyway, we're excited about that. Barrel
So
coming out, too.
oakenthieves.com. If you're watching, I've got it up right there. Oakenthieves.com, all spelled out, to join that club. Mike Ives said, I love Hogback Eclipse rum finished rye. It's a hitter. There was a bottle of that up at the cabin at Taylor, and I drank on that. They have a rum finished rye that's really good from Hogback.
Yeah. Oh, you had it.
I just said that.
Are you going to tell us? Like you just said, it's very good. Why would you not tell us more about that?
It was very good. It was a rum finished rye, and when I did drink it, I had quite a few, but I remember thinking, this is good.
This is good. Oh, this is good.
Oh, bother. I would like a little bit more of this rum finished rye.
Put those honey in it.
It's sweet and syrupy like honey.
My poo voice kind of sounds haunted. Like, put some honey in it.
No, yours is like that horror.
Well, no, that's a Poe. That's Poe. That's poo that's been smoking for like 30 years.
It was like over 140 proof. So there's that. All right,
That
and
sounds incredible.
to finish out this show, Whiskey Weekend is coming up, batch 5. It is March 9th through 12th. Is that correct?
Yep.
Of
2023, baby.
It's our 5th iteration. Tickets are on sale now at whiskeytainment.com. You can check that out. You can buy your tickets now.
That's a very good color.
Yeah, we should. Everyone should jump on it. There's the VIP. Jump on it. That
sounded like Nate Bargatze.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So everybody should
jump on it.
Jump on it.
Go to whiskeytainment.com.
The cadence is what happened.
The VIP tickets are limited to 100 people or Pooh Bears. 100 Pooh Bears can join the VIP experience, but also we have a general admission ticket, which is the lowest cost ticket we've ever offered for Whiskey Weekend.
Yeah, and it's gonna be in
No, don't do that.
It's gonna be in Franklin Homecoming.
That's
honey,
demon possessed poo.
Honey.
Oh no.
Carve off a piece of this.
Check it out, whiskeytainment.com. We would love to host you in our city as well as show you the best time ever. Just looking at what we've already planned so far and the partners we have so far, it's going to be the best, most incredible Whiskey Weekend we've had yet. I'm really excited about. I'm the most excited about this one that I've been. So that's going to be quite a unique experience for everybody. I know I've seen some of the roster of people who've already signed up, and it's some heavy hitters. So y'all are going to want to hang out with these folks. They're good people, and we're going to make it a weekend you'll never forget. So check it out, whiskeytainment.com. Tickets are on sale now. And that's it. Grace, anything else you want to add to this?
Man, I'll just tell y'all, extrovert, introvert, male, female, husband, wife, partner. Everybody has a good time at Whiskey Weekend.
Hey, Kyle,
let's go. Let's do it. We're gonna hang out for 4 freaking days. Like it's awesome. Yeah. We've got a hotel block, by the way. That's the name of the hotel is on the event page, but you will actually get a designated link, hopefully starting tomorrow, of any tickets that are purchased where you can go and actually reserve your room blocked hotel room.
Kyle Ramage did ask. He asked any of the mods got a word for me, trying to see if the fulfillment for Oaken Thieves ships to North Carolina. I don't know about Keg and Bottle. We need to check on that one.
I think Keg and Bottle were good. It's Seal Box.
Seal Box, the one. So we use 2 vendors to route our bottles through based off of distribution. Keg and Bottle, I have to check, but I'd need to check. Seal Box, they do the they have even the dimensions you need to place and the weight and everything, but you provide a label. So it is an extra step, but it is possible. I know people in many states that are on the no-fly list, so to speak. And no shipping list. That it's one more step, but you provide the label to the retailer. And we have a detailed description in Oaken Thieves.
Yeah, there's a step-by-step process. Pretty easy. I actually have to send in a label.
Yeah.
They don't ship to Tennessee.
With Seal Box. Yeah. Yep.
And I bought so many.
Keg and Bottle.
Did you see the email today?
Tennessee.
Did you see the email back from him? He
No.
said, "I'm gonna need 6 labels for your for your bottles."
Great.
Right?
There you go. Grease purchased a lot. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that is another pro tip that it's like our bottles we are purchasing as well from the retailer.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not a
You're not getting
just through the
they're
club.
not getting sweetened up.
Yeah, it's the price is what it is, retail price. So
Now look, if we picked a bottle of 15-year Pappy, we'd probably get a consulting deal or something,
we don't have that, and they don't do those anymore. So
well, they do them.
they don't do those anymore.
They would do.
They don't do them anymore. But
How much money you got?
There's a lot of people that have a lot more money than we do, and they don't do them anymore. So that's all
Everything's for sale. Will,
no.
I'm for sale.
If
you want me to do anything, just
this is true.
Listen,
you
if
are
you're
100%.
if you're in
for
podcast,
sale.
if you're in the podcast Patreon,
Grease has a Fiverr page. It just says $5. Anything goes.
yeah, I thought that's how you said. No, just go on there and tell me what you want me to do,
Yeah.
and I'll do it on the Patreon.
You know what I want them to do? I want them to go to whiskeytainment.com and sign up for Whiskey Weekend. Get a ticket. It'll be a lot of fun. I hope to see you there, folks. Thank you so much. We've had a fun time. Thanks for listening to our trip reports.
We've got an after party for our podcast Patreon.
Yeah, any Patreon level on the podcast gets an after party. So
yeah, man.
Patreon.com/the podcast for that. We'll see y'all over there. And we don't know Jack,
But we'll drink it.